A verdict reached in the double murder trial of Jordan Allen. Find out what the jury decided. And a Johnson City man accused of driving drunk in a fatal crash has a lengthy criminal history dating back nearly 2 decades. While legal experts say cases like this raise larger questions about bond and plea deals and repeat offenders in the criminal justice system. And right now, we're taking a live look there over Jonesboro, looking at mostly cloudy skies. Have a few showers off to the south and also to the south and west. I'm tracking some rain and thunderstorm chances for today. I'll let you know what we can expect as News 5 Today begins right now.
From WCYB, this is News 5 This Weekend.
Well, good morning and welcome to News 5 Today. I'm Kid Alexander. So today the weather is going to feature a few scattered showers, at least around at times. So taking a look at satellite and radar, notice we do have a few showers, mainly off to the south. In general, we're looking at just some cloudy skies overhead right now, but one thing about it, temperatures are still very mild this morning, mainly in the 60s. Here's a broader perspective. Notice we do have a few showers back towards the south, towards South Carolina, North Carolina. So some of these, mainly from the south and west, will be the ones that will be actually tracking today back towards Nashville. Some of those will be moving in during the afternoon. In the meantime, though, good morning, folks. We're just looking at mostly cloudy skies. Here's a look at the Ingalls camera network. Mainly just looking at mild temperatures as well. Here's Johnson City, 65 degrees. How about that? Can't really beat that for a late May morning. And current temperatures are pretty much in the low to mid 60s for the most part. But now here's the thing. We do have that wedge of cooler air still in place over eastern parts of the viewing area into western North Carolina. So as that wedge kind of sets up, temperatures are still going to be a little bit cooler in places like Marion for today and back in the western mountains of North Carolina as well. So as far as fog, because we've had at least a few showers around, it's kind of just patchy fog, mainly around some of the rivers and lakeways, kind of typical for this time of year. Notice that fog will generally dissipate with the exception of any showers that redevelops, and then we'll see a little bit more fog kind of develop with those. Otherwise, scattered rain and storms in the forecast for today, warm and humid conditions, and look at that, temperatures near 80 degrees. Overnight lows tonight look pretty mild as well, dropping down to near 60 degrees with some scattered rain. And coming up here in just a little bit, we'll have a look ahead to the temperature trend into the weekend for the rest of your Memorial Day weekend holiday. And we'll heading into next week, and we'll have another look at those rain chances all ahead. So continuing coverage this morning, a man from Greene County will serve life in prison without parole for murder. A jury found Jordan Allen guilty Friday in the brutal killings of his 7-year-old brother, Jesse Allen, and a 59-year-old his 59-year-old grandmother, Sherry Cole, in April of 2022 when he was 16 years old. He's now 20, and he was tried as an adult.
Very happy with the verdict, very thankful that the citizens of Greene County were willing to sit and listen to the evidence and apply the law to that evidence, and they did the right thing based on what they were asked to do, based on what they were required to find.
An undercover operation in Bristol, Tennessee leads to the arrest of a Morristown man who allegedly came to this area with the expectation of having sex with a minor. 27-year-old Darren Coffey was charged with soliciting sexual exploitation of a minor, solicitation of a minor, and patronizing prostitution of a minor. Police say Coffey sent naked pictures of himself to a detective posing as a 16-year-old female and agreed to pay for sexual activity. A deadly crash in downtown Johnson City is now leading to bigger questions about Tennessee's criminal justice system. As court records reveal, Stephen Cossane's, lengthy history, many are asking how he was still out on the road. News 5's Natalia Hillen spoke with legal experts about how Tennessee law handles prior charges, convictions, and releases.
Tennessee Highway Patrol officials say 36-year-old Stephen Kotsanis is accused of driving under the influence during the early morning hours of Saturday, May 9th, killing 24-year-old TJ Cornett and injuring 3 others in downtown Johnson City. Kotsanis' arraignment was held May 11th.
From what I gathered inside of that arraignment,
There were multiple charges.
According to public records in Washington County, Tennessee, Katsanis has a lengthy arrest record dating back to 2007. His record includes charges of attempted second-degree murder, aggravated assault, robbery, and criminal impersonation.
It is interesting to see that extensive of criminal history.
Former Washington County Assistant District Attorney Matthew Matney says cases like this often raise questions about bond, plea deals, and how defendants with lengthy criminal histories continue to be released.
A lot of these charges were assaults or domestic assaults, and part of the burden that the state has to meet is to actually prove that these things happened. And a lot of times in these type of cases, victims do not want to cooperate because they've already been traumatized, they've already been victimized.
At the preliminary hearing, the judge found probable cause, meaning the case will now move forward to criminal court on August 7th at 9 a.m. In Washington County, Tennessee, Natalia Hillen, News 5 WCYB.
The Tri-Cities Airport officially has a new nonstop destination. We have a look at the first direct flight to Chicago and what airport leaders say it means for travelers across the region.
Some Republicans on Capitol Hill appear uneasy about some of the Trump administration policies and how they could impact the midterms. I'm Matt Gelka in Washington, and all the story coming up.
Well, Tri-Cities Airport had its inaugural flight, a nonstop flight to Chicago on Friday. News 5's Mara St. Marie was there as the plane took off and shares what this means for regional travel.
The newest direct flight at Tri-Cities Airport has officially taken off, giving passengers another quick trip option. Eager travelers gathered at Gate 6 to be a part of Tri-Cities Airport's newest chapter.
I think that we all look at flights as just a convenience. So anything we can do to make more convenient, to get closer to your home, let's face it, that's a big deal these days.
3, 2, 1.
Officials cutting the ribbon Friday morning for the airport's first direct flight to Chicago.
Chicago's a great market for us all by itself. But you go the next step beyond that, and all the places you can get to through Chicago, it's an amazing thing for the airport and for the community and for the people who want to travel.
American Airlines will now offer daily flights to O'Hare International Airport.
Good morning and welcome to American Flight 3681 to Chicago here at Gate 6.
Tri-Cities Airport CEO Gene Cossey says this project was more than 7 years in the making. For him, it's not only a huge milestone for the airport, but for its flyers.
We have way more demand here at the Tri-City Airport than we have the number of flights going in and out of the airport. So the thing that's really important is getting more seats going to more places.
Fire trucks were on the runway for a water cannon send-off as the plane said goodbye to the Appalachian Mountains and headed for the Windy City.
I heard we had a full flight coming in, we've got a full flight going out, and that's an amazing thing. So we're really appreciative of the community stepping up and saying, this is the flight we're going to choose.
United Airlines is expected to also start offering Chicago flights in October. In Blountville, Mara St. Marie, News 5 WCYB.
Bristol, Tennessee police officers are the latest first responders to join an effort to help lost pets get home safely. The animal shelter of Sullivan County has been handing out microchip scanners to law enforcement and fire departments in hopes of reuniting animals with their owners more quickly and to help ensure that they don't end up in a shelter. So far, they've handed out about 300 scanners as part of Operation Safe Pet, end quote. We spoke with Bristol, Tennessee officers about joining the effort.
Well, a couple of months ago, I was on night shift, found a stray alongside the road, scanned the animal. It did have a chip. The chip was never registered. So unfortunately, we ended up having to take the dog to the animal shelter where finally somebody came in and picked up the animal. So, but that's a lot of stress on an animal that's unneeded.
Such an important cause, by the way. The animal shelter of Sullivan County says many people don't even realize they're not registered. They suggest getting your pet scanned to find out if you are, and if not, the shelter says they can help you get signed up. Well, coming up, we'll introduce you to Diesel and Rebecca's Rescue Spotlight. And as far as the weather's concerned today, well, we're going to be kind of dealing with a few scattered showers and thunder showers in spots. So I'll be timing those out. Plus, we'll have a look ahead to the whole weekend Memorial Day forecast and those temperature trends and rain chances for next week. All those details are ahead after the break.